Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Falcons will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Navy's offense will go on the attack first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Navy will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Air Force's offense will have its first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
They're dealing with a second and long. Using his legs, it's Harris. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. You got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And the Falcons will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Navy will go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Horvat. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Release to the back. This time it's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Handoff to the fullback. Shakes off the defender. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown, midshipman. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got it in the middle, it's Latham. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. The Falcons get the first down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. And the Falcons getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, still looking. Makes the grab, it's Smith. And they swarm him under.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw, and the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Falcons line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here comes the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's Horvat. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
To the air on 2nd down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade helping this Navy defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, big play, stops the drop. Chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Give to the fullback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Makes the catch. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Johnson looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Harris. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability. Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, David, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he's going to go backwards, and they force a fourth down. What a play by this defensive front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab over the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient, and when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Falcons will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Goes to the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give to the tailback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Navy will have to punt it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Off play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage
going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. They'll try to really get into this one. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. And Navy will go back on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. Makes the grab. Open space at the 25. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Dumps it to the back. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Boy, last year was a massive success for the Mids under Coach Brian Newberry. They won 10 games. The thrilling come-from-behind victory in the bowl against Oklahoma, and the future looks bright.
It does look bright. It's Drew Cronic in this offense, man. It's so different. They show the spread principles while still keeping the beautiful wing tee that everybody loves. So the variation on offense, Palmer, it made them even harder to stop a year ago.
Yeah, it really is a bit of a hybrid in a lot of ways. It used to be tough just when it was the regular triple option, and now you've got some different elements factoring into this as well. Big expectations. That win against Oklahoma got Navy fans really excited for this year.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. They go to the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Caught over the middle. It's Harris. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Johnson looking to throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
All right, 4th quarter now, you're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. At quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and when you got the lead on the other side, defense, I'm playing tight coverage, making them earn it. I want that clock to tick. And then that was a really good play by the offense. Pretty good coverage by the defense, but I got to make them earn all the way down the field.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. On the move at the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's a really good stop by this defense. This is when you need it the most. You know they're running the football. You got to be physical. You got to get the ball back when you're trailing. Get the ball back to your offense. Nice stop on third down.
Forced out of the pocket. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the fourth quarter. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against...
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice game. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to sling it on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Behind the chains now on second and long. This time he's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
That's caught. It's Roberson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make play.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Wants to throw on third. He's got an open man. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it.
There he goes! Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Falcons! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
And as he throws, he's got it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. To the air, it's Horvath. He's taking the deep shot. Catch in stride inside the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Navy! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
It'll be a 1st down. 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense
looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, man, that incompletion hurts because I wanted the extra yards. I wanted to make this decision very, very easy. It's an easy decision for me if I maybe get that completion and make this field goal more manageable. Now, how far can my kick?
Fires toward the end zone. He knocked it away. Incomplete, and saved the game as this one is over. And now this team has fallen in.